You're on.
There we go. We're on. All right, cool. Greetings and salutations. Welcome, welcome, welcome. It's a wonderful, wonderful day. Another great episode. Sorry, I just messed all of that up. I
Yeah,
got
you
so many
did.
things confused in my head that quickly. My bad. I'm sorry. We're
Those
here.
two brain
CPT
cells ran
time.
into each other,
And
didn't they?
they really did. They collided like immediately. But it's your boy Trey Proper. We're here on Gammablerds. Thank you for joining us. Thank you for being patient with us. We're going to have a great show for you. Gentlemen, if you will, go ahead and introduce yourselves.
Good evening, niggas. It's your boy Big Herb.
Didn't
I
Rick say
waited
that
past the
last
5
week?
minute mark. You can't come after me. I waited after 5 minutes. There we go.
Lillian.
Oh, me next? Okay.
Yes.
Hi, I'm Lillian Duss. I don't know, a self-proclaimed internet auntie who does a lot of shit on the internet. Yeah, that's gonna be my intro today. Sorry.
Nice. Cool. I'm me. Y'all know who I am. I'm always gonna be me.
All right. So, ladies and gentlemen, as you see, we have a guest today. So, let me do this introduction real quick. So, she's the first lady of HNIC, Head Nerds in Charge. She is a Philly John, so proceed with caution. She reps the pigeons, so die Eagles die. Also, don't touch her purse because she don't know you. Ladies and gentlemen, give it up for the Merjon herself, Teffy, motherfucking Wonder. How's it going?
Well done.
Oh my God.
Wait,
What's up,
she did it.
guys? It is at Teffy Wonder here, your melanated modified merjoid. Spending my Saturday with the Gammablerds. Can you guys hear me okay? Is that fine?
Yeah, that's fine.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. Nigga, go birds. It's all day. Okay, but Washington did they still Super Bowl this year? Because I don't remember seeing them there.
Alrighty, it's been
Oh.
fun. See you, Teffy.
Cut the goddamn stream off. Get out of here.
All right. So we've got a great
Have you
show
on
as
here for
always
this?
lined up for you guys today, full of great conversation and some controversial conversation. I'm not gonna get into that because I don't fucking watch football anymore. I don't care. I don't care. Okay. Anyway,
It's always one.
Go
It's
birds.
always one.
Go birds.
If listen, I wouldn't watch football either if God put my knees on in reverse too.
Bean, get out the kitchen.
it's always some niggas. Damn. So it's gonna be a chaotic show. Yeah, don't care about football. So we had a great week. I had a great week. I had a great fourth. Didn't really celebrate the fourth. I kind of celebrated Juneteenth, part two, the revenge.
There we go.
I will
I'm
be right
leading
back.
into something. I know what the fuck I'm doing. Don't talk. Damn it, Herb. Didn't we just talk about this last week? Didn't we just fucking talk about this last week? When I'm on a roll and I'm starting to spin out, when I'm starting to fucking spin into something, I'm transitioning to the next topic. Anyway, I had a great week. I enjoyed
The
my
daddies
fourth.
are
But you know
fighting.
who enjoyed their fourth more than anybody else? Motherfucking Diddy. Because guess what? That nigga only got, what he got? 2 out of the 3 convictions as
Two out of
guilty.
five.
He only got 2 out of the 5. I'm sorry, out of the 5 convictions. See what happens when Herb cuts me off every fucking week.
Don't blame me for that.
I'm
That's
blaming
how
you.
y'all get
Blaming
down?
you.
Just fussing?
Yes. This is me raging out because he does it every time. Anyway, let's go around the panel and let's have a quick discussion about your reaction to the Diddy verdict. Herb, because you like to interrupt shit, I'm letting your ass go first.
Actually,
Oh, well, Rick wants to go first. Okay.
I want to. Yeah, I would like to call audible because I would like to start this.
Here we go.
So we like this administration and everything that we've been going through since November 7th has left a lot of people hurt and awestruck and down in the mud and not feeling great about things. And then you see Diddy get arrested and you hear about all these terrible things and all of this. You see the awful shit that he's taken part in and the things that he's done. Literally metric tons of fucking baby oil being used, people being dragged across state lines, people being coerced into doing sexual acts, people having fucking marathon orgies to the point to where they have to get IVs put in them afterwards and doing things against their will. He terrorized people, like breaking into somebody's house and opening their Christmas gifts and blowing up their cars. All of this horrible shit. And you're like, okay, at some point, we people had hope that justice was going to be done. And you see that nothing happens. You know what I mean? And it just continues on with more of what we've been force fed since fucking Cheeto Hitler got back in office. This is just another example of this corrupt shit of where, these people who are millionaires and they're billionaires are now going to flourish more than ever. And we all are going to continue to suffer. So the reason why I asked to go first is because I want to talk about something that I saw after the trial. You had all of these people who were paid to be outside of the trial with signs and supporting all of this shit. And these are people who are clearly downtrodden and people who I'm not to judge a book by its cover, but these people look less than educated. And I saw one guy flicking money on a woman and she danced covered in baby oil celebrating this quote unquote victory. I've seen a lot of hot takes online from niggas that I know, niggas that I've talked to, niggas that I've texted within a week talking about this is a victory for black men. I'm going to say this with my whole entire nutsack. If you are celebrating Sean Combs getting off of this shit, don't ever fucking speak to me again in life. You are a creep, you are a weirdo, and you need to stay the fuck away from me. We do this thing where we pick and choose people to support and people to, get behind and man, we got to show unity and man, fuck all of that. Bad people need to go to bad places. This nigga's a bad guy and he did not get what he deserves. This is an atrocity and I'm so sick of this shit. At what point are we gonna fucking start fighting back against all of it? Because I don't want to hear any marginal takes. I have no more marginal takes. I'm either with it or I'm against it. And when I'm against it, it's fuck you to death. That's what it is. Like I have no more patience for this shit. I'm so upset by this.
I mean, shit.
Who would like to go next?
I'll go on. Yeah, I think I was pissed off at the fact that he only got 2, and if I'm not mistaken, please correct me. There's a possibility he may only get 10 years. He didn't get the racketeering job with the racketeering charge, which would have got him life. But it's just the fact that we've seen all of this shit. We have all the facts, and he only got 2, and he might only get 10 years. Yeah, fuck that. I was more so pissed off, like Rick said, about the motherfuckers just celebrating outside. This shit looked like the Boondocks with the R. Kelly case. It legit was like, what the fuck are we celebrating? Like, this nigga needs help. And and when I mean help, I mean like his ass whooped at some point. Because I mean, like, breaking into people's house, yeah, ass whooping. Going ahead and essaying a woman and beating her ass in the middle of the hallway, ass whipping. You need that type of institutionalized shit to you. Like, you need to go to fucking prison. Like, I'm more so pissed off about the people outside celebrating. And yeah, like Rick said, fuck y'all forever. Don't come at me and talk to me because I know where you stand. So I ain't got shit to say to people about that. So that's my take.
Real quick before we move on, just want to get to some of the comments in YouTube. Before I'm gonna let you go, Teffy, and let you go next. You on YouTube, we've got Genocide Circus. I'm sure he's joking when he says this. He said, I mean, he did tell us he won't stop. Darren Smith says, baby oil stocks going up now. Diddy about to be the spokesperson. Genocide Circus says, James Comey's daughter was in charge of this. That's got nothing to do with the orange. He also says, I mean, he might get what he deserves, but the justice system ain't going to do it. Johnita Jackson, what's up, Johnny? What's going on? Good seeing you. Wait, people still have faith in the justice system? Darren Smith, no, there's no faith in it or them. And of course, Rick Stroh, not at all, Johnny. Life imitates art and vice versa. So yeah, go ahead, Teffy. What were you going to say?
I wasn't so much surprised as I was just kind of like thoroughly disappointed because I was like, what more did y'all want? What more did you want? And some of the witnesses, due to their previous drug use, did not make the best witnesses. But I literally was like, what more could you have wanted in a in a narrative, because let's be real, it's not necessarily about what you can prove, it's about the story that you tell with these cases. And people want to be like, oh, well, they didn't have hard proof. They didn't have hard proof. There are cases where there has been mountains of proof and it didn't matter.
Mm-hmm.
So what more would it have actually, like, what more could you have wanted? Y'all, these people laid their sins bare to call this man out. And let's be for real. Don't nobody believe that he didn't not do that shit. Real talk.
Right.
Right. It's the same thing with R. Kelly. The same thing with R. Kelly. Nobody didn't believe that he didn't do that shit. But this is supposed to be a victory for black men. Word. And somebody who fucks black men recreationally.
I'm sorry.
I said what I said, recreationally, for the funsies. This ain't it. And okay, girl. And again, it's not so much Diddy, but it's more the people you know. It's the same thing with like Tory Lanez. Like men I know being like, oh, Tory should sue. He's so innocent. And I'm saying, how come y'all got all the evidence and the judge don't have none?
Mm-hmm.
You know better, so go tell that judge, get that man up out of jail.
Right.
No?
Right.
No? Sounds like you should shut the fuck up.
Right. Niggas that can't pay back niggas who can't pay back $50 that they owe people can perform multi-million-dollar investigations and shit like they know everything.
Niggas who can't argue down their baby mom and family court should not be talking shit about this court case.
People who do not wash their ass do not get an opinion.
Message.
So for all you Facebook lawyers, I'm really over it. I'm glad he was convicted of something. He was convicted of something. I know it's a prostitution charge and something else. And on the prostitution charge, he could get up to 20 years. He's probably not going to get that. He's going to get time served minus whatever, and probably probation. So it's disappointing.
He said it in the lyrics.
I think it's beyond, like, it's got to be something more than disappointing, because it's like, correct me if I'm wrong, but the way the verdicts came out, like all the verdicts that pertain to his actions against women or with women were not guilty, but everything he did to men or against men was guilty.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So it's just yet another instance of, even though all these women have all these stories and all this evidence that he was doing all sorts of shit, no, fuck that. They were there because they wanted to be there. Not because they were drugged into the high heavens. Not because they weren't allowed to leave. Not because they were trafficked across state lines. Not because this, not because that. Not because any of those things. They must have wanted to be there for one reason or another. So those charges are false. Those are found not guilty. But everything he did with men, of course, they didn't want it. So that's guilty.
Yeah.
The fuck?
Mm-hmm.
It's a sick, sad world out there.
So I'm sorry, I got a little bit more to add.
Go ahead.
I'm going off what Lillian's talking about. And y'all niggas wonder why they say we fucking suck. And you wonder why all of these women are tired of our shit. Y'all wonder fucking why. They walk around, especially black women, they walk around feeling vulnerable and unprotected, and shit like this comes out, and then y'all niggas immediately jump on Facebook on a phone that you ain't paid the bill on in months, that you're gonna go out and steal from your baby mama to go pay the bill for, and you wonder why they're fucking sick of your shit. They're tired of you dirty draws ass niggas out here not protecting them, not making them feel safe. Like, and the niggas are celebrating this shit. That shit is atrocious. I saw one nigga celebrating it and I wanted to go to his house and fucking choke him. Like, what are you celebrating for? You want him to come fuck you next? You want to be covered in this baby oil and jism? You fucking stupid ass nigga. Like, this shit is weird. You niggas are so fucking weird. You will do everything. You will jump through these hoops for these bitch ass niggas that don't give a shit about you, but you won't protect these women who are willing to give of themselves and everything about them. They have your children. They support your bitch ass, even when you're not worth the support. But you're not gonna support them. You're gonna go out there and do that for these niggas. Y'all niggas are fucking weird. The world needs a Punisher, a real ass Punisher. Like, you niggas need a fucking chin check constantly. This shit is, I am so overwhelmed with how fucking weird the world is every day. Like, this shit is fucking gross. This is gross. I'm having a hard time dealing with my day to day because niggas are so fucking weird. Within the next couple of years, I'm gonna put out there, probably going to jail for an assault charge. Because I can't deal with these niggas out here talking this shit. I can't. Like, it's time for these to start.
Don't leave your good job over these niggas.
Well, it's not even that. You're not alone on that. I am now a girl dad, and all I can think of is the world that they have to grow up in.
Yeah.
You know, like, and like I'm terrified. Like, I think about it every day of what could potentially happen to these little girls who don't deserve to have to go through this bullshit. And these are the type of dudes that are raising the dudes that they will date one day, and they have to come to my house, and I'm gonna have so many restrictions. It's not even funny before you can even get a whiff of her fucking hair. It's terrifying. I got sisters, I got cousins, but these little girls, they don't deserve to go through that. The women now don't deserve to go through the shit they got to go through. But it's terrifying. It's fucking crazy, and I don't know what we're gonna do. We really gonna have to fucking leave this fucking country at this point. Like, that's really what it's gonna come down to. That's really what it's gonna come down to. Anybody else got anything else to go ahead, Herb?
One last thing. To the people who were at the barbecue yesterday that we were at, this is the reason why me and Trey said, hey, we need a bunch of us to go into the garage with said person that the girls are going out with and have this conversation. Just having a conversation. Yeah. That's it.
Yeah, I need to have a conversation. I need to see who the fuck you are before you take my little girl anywhere.
This is a check. Don't worry. He'll come back walking.
Well,
and you got to know the fear of God is going to be placed on your soul. It's that simple.
Yeah.
One of the best protections that you can have for children who are growing up in this climate is to make sure that you are raising them with a thorough understanding of their own autonomy. Like, they can't be mindless. They can't just trust adults. They have to question everything, and they have to question everyone. And as long as you raise them to be critical thinkers, free thinkers like that, in that sense, and with the right to say yes or no to any sort of like hug or sense of affection, they'll be able to tell somebody to back up. They'll be able to raise the alarm. Will that protect everyone? No, but it'll stop a lot of people.
Yes, and also having the openness to be trusting of your parental units or the family members around you.
Exactly.
Come to them with any concern, any problem, anything whatsoever. I'm trying to teach them, like, hey, you can come to me about everything. You're not gonna see what I'm gonna do, but I'm gonna react properly to the situation.
Yeah, I know why the cage bird sings that shit. Yes, absolutely.
Now, every day, I'm like, what are your private parts? Are people allowed to touch your private parts? Who is allowed to touch your private parts? In what situations is it okay for somebody who's not mommy or daddy to see your private parts? Are you allowed to say no? Like, we do that every day because my son, unfortunately, has been, like, assaulted by other children. So to be like, no, this is not cool. And if you need to, please say something to me immediately. Unfortunately, my son has autism, so sometimes the words don't come out right. It takes a couple of like rounds of being like, so what happened, to like get the thing. But I'm like, as long as you know, tell me as many times as it takes for mommy to understand, because I'm gonna go off and we're gonna like, shit is going to change. I just hope that by the time he's an adult, niggas like Diddy have died off. That they going out of style. That real men start beating these niggas up in the streets and on camera for the world to see.
The unfortunate reality. I agree with you. I agree, but the unfortunate reality is those niggas reproduce too. and he's a perfect
Listen,
example of how he has
and I say, and I was
whole.
like, his son probably just like him, because
That's what I'm saying.
Don't get me started on Justin. Don't get me started on Justin because he done some shit, and
Didn't Kiki Palmer date one of his
Well,
sons? Or was it like a cousin or something?
nah, that light skinned nigga just weird.
I'm pretty sure he's
One of his
related to
ass.
somebody.
Mm.
Let me Google that while we move on.
Yeah. But yeah, so we do see all your comments here, but we're all pretty much a lot of us here are saying the same things. I'm not going to go over everybody's comments. Rick, would you like to lead us into the next one? Because I think you have nigga, I'm gonna get you to run for a goddamn office at this point. I'm trying to tell you. You need to run for office. You need to run for
let me run
office.
your campaign. Let me run your campaign. I got you.
Because we need some changes. And you know the person I know that's got clear and concise, and you can speak. You gonna curse a motherfucker. You gonna cuss motherfuckers out while you on the stand.
Oh,
But you
if
gonna
John
curse
Fetterman can do it, if John Fetterman can do it, you could do it.
I was about to say,
and Orange Cheeto just said fuck on national TV, so you could definitely run now, nigga. But what's up?
So I mean, I guess so. Speaking of getting into the political arena, we just had one of the most atrocious, horrendous, the big bigoted bill was passed and certified and signed on Friday by Donald. I can't even get the rest out. Like I literally, it activates my gag reflex. Like I want to vomit just trying to say his name. But Cheeto 4547 has signed this thing into effect. You had a bunch of the Senate Republicans dancing to YMCA after they signed in a bill that essentially strips away all of the funding for the YMCA. This is going to do more harm to more American citizens who are working class, who are everyday citizens, than any other bill in the history of anything into this country. I've been saying that patriarchies last or monarchies last for 250 years. I've been wrong on my numbers. I've been saying we're at year 247. In actuality, we're at year 249. So enjoy the final season of America, guys, because they just signed it into effect. Let's go around the loop. How does everybody feel about the big bigoted bill being signed into effect?
I'm terrified for those who are on. I'm terrified for those who have Medicaid, because and it's disappointing because there are a lot of people around the country who don't realize that it's not all called Medicaid. I work in the insurance sector, so it's like we deal with so many people on a daily basis, and you don't even realize what your insurance is called. And it's not called Medicaid. You think it's something that's like in Texas, it's like Starfront or some shit like that, but it's essentially Medicaid, and they're taking it away from you. So you signed your own death warrant. Meemaw, who sits on the front porch, who needs her medication, is not going to be able to get it because you signed her out of fucking existence at this point. So do your fucking Googles, people. But it's too late. It's too fucking late.
It's too late.
That's like the Affordable Care Act, how they were calling it Obamacare.
Yeah.
And then when people were like, "Oh no, I have the Affordable Care Act."
Like, no, I wanted to get rid of Obamacare.
Right. And it's like,
read more than the headlines, baby. That's all I have to say about that.
Google is free.
Well, hold on. One thing about Google being free. Google is now algorithmically driven the same way your TikTok feed is driven. So even if you Google something, like me and my brother had the same argument multiple times because his Google feed will show him one thing and mine will show me something completely different.
Okay.
Yeah.
The first couple Googles you get are going to be ads. Sorry, but go ahead.
And AI.
So, and like some of the things that kind of pisses me, like one of my friends texted me this, like one of the things they were saying, this big fucking bill / sickle cell research grant, 90% of patients are Black and they're left without help. So yeah, some shit like that is going to, and every single person that voted for this motherfucker, this is your fault. We sat here and told you on the panel, this is what's going to happen. You guys chose this is every single, all these Hispanics that sitting there saying, oh, my people will be in the port. You voted for him. For the people who voted for him, this is the shit that you asked for. Don't sit here and cry to us when we've been telling you motherfuckers, don't put this nigga in office. And like this is why we keep telling you, go to the what's the name, the midterm elections and shit. Like, go fucking vote. Because now when people say, "Oh, my vote doesn't matter," motherfucker, it matters. This is why we say so you can get away from shit like this.
If
this
it
shit
didn't
is
matter,
preventable.
they wouldn't be trying to convince you so hard that it doesn't.
Yeah.
It's like, come on, you're signing your death certificate by letting this motherfucker do shit like that. We told you. Did you not hear the fucking what's the name? What was it? 25? What was the name
Project
of that?
2025.
Project
Project
2025.
2025.
Yeah.
We literally said all of this shit. It's boom, 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 boom.
By the way, they're more than 50% through all of the goals of Project
Yeah.
2025, and we're past 120 days in office.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You still got 3 more years of this shit because you voted for it.
Yeah, we're not
sorry,
even 6 months in.
I'm sorry. Just
Well, okay, so Herb, let's acknowledge that our audience is largely, if not entirely, black folk to the DMV, and I won't make political assumptions, but I will say at least 2 brain cells in general. There may be some exceptions, but at least 2 brain cells, like 2 brain-celled black folk, is our audience. So it's not us, mostly.
Yeah. Well, I'm speaking to those other motherfuckers. So,
Yeah.
But you get what I mean. Yeah.
I'm sorry that my son gets Medicaid, so that is unfortunate. That they are gutting it. They were already talking about taking away protections and putting neurodivergent people on registries and sending them to focus camps and all. Yeah, so I've been very concerned about this. He's on medication to help him concentrate because he also has ADHD. So I'm like, gotta start. We keep a stockpile of the pills because they tend to go quick, especially in my area. I think if anything was more frightening than that, it is one, the lack of regulation for AI for 10 years.
Yes.
And the way that they have expanded ICE to now, if it wasn't Gestapo before, it is very Gestapo shaped now. And how they've expanded them and removed all these protections. Like, you used to have rights as an American citizen and be like, no, fuck off. And the shit is up.
Can I jump in real quick about that? Because I just got to get this out while it's on the top of my brain. ICE now has the budget higher than the combination of 5 countries spend on their military.
Yep.
Think about that shit. They are now the most highly funded law enforcement organization in the world. And they're literally just masked men kidnapping people off the streets. Also, don't forget about that executive order that came like in, I believe it was day 96, where law enforcement can basically do whatever the fuck they want. They don't get held accountable. They can just show up and do what they want. So, when you're riding around and you see the police going by you, listen, I'm sorry, not to make everybody a little bit more anxious. I'm already a big anxious motherfucker myself, but now they can do whatever the fuck they want. And you can complain about it, you can bitch, but it's essentially just like Negan telling everybody else before he bashed Glenn's brains in. You can breathe, you can cry, it ain't gonna change shit though. Like, we are in the throes of fascism. And no disrespect.
Throes. We are past throes. We are in the bosom of fascism at this point.
We're fucking being cradled and swallowed in it. And I'm sorry, y'all. I'm sorry. No disrespect to nobody who went into a barbecue yesterday or you went and watched fireworks or any of that shit. Couldn't fucking do it. I don't have it in me because this is not what we were born into. This is not what we were put in school and taught to believe in. This is not it. We are fucking in Germany in the 1930s, and nobody fucking realizes it, or at least nobody wants to actually come to realization with it. The shit staring you in the eyes, and you looking at your fucking feet. Like, this shit is crazy. This is fucking insane. Like. And then also everybody's just like, oh, like I've heard some people say, oh, but they're just picking Latino people off the streets. What did I say to you when they got rid of Roe v. Wade? I said they're coming for our civil rights. I said the shit 3 years ago. I said it. And now look at it. They're coming for it. They're fucking getting rid of. They're Haitian people who are legally here. They are getting rid of their legal citizenship. What the fuck do you think is next? They are coming for us. And niggas are not panicked. I don't fucking understand it. I don't get it. I'm going crazy. I swear to God, I'm going fucking crazy.
Don't go crazy because if what I'm assuming that you're saying, I'm interpreting what you're saying is they're coming for this next. They're coming for this next. Niggas, get yourselves ready. Be prepared. Okay? Because a lot of them aren't reacting because they're sitting back and they're like, it ain't gonna happen to me. It ain't gonna happen to me. It's gonna fucking happen to you.
Yeah.
There will be nobody left to defend you when they come for you. And that's real talk. And it's not just, they have deported white people.
Yep.
That Khalid Muhammad, he's not black, he's not white, he's not Hispanic. He was here legally on a visa going to school. And they picked him up because he was pro-Israel. So the skin color thing is a talking point for Republicans because they want us to be divisive and to think that they want to create this false sense of safety that, oh, well, as long as you toe the line, you'll be safe. You're not safe. You're not safe. We are not safe because if they decide tomorrow that anything you do is enough to like come and get you, look at that white boy from Sweden who had that meme of JD Vance on his phone. And they turned him ass right back around and sent him right back from where he came from. And they were like, oh, well, that wasn't it. But when pressed to be like, so then what was it? They didn't have a real answer. So it's not that. It is not safe. I should strongly suggest y'all get on. Start stocking up on your beans. There are real, tangible things you can do. Don't want to take over the show saying that. But if you think you are safe, I would beg to differ. I want you to go back and read The Diary of Anne Frank. Go back and read Number of the Stars, like all those books from around that time, because little things like this incrementally is how we get to where we were. To Rick's credit, that's why I said, I was like, we are past the throes of the thing. We are in it, up to your knees, up to your ass. Like, this is what the fuck it is. Y'all think the Underground Railroad was deep. Just imagine what the fuck it's going to be now. When they come for you, when they come for people who look like you, who come for people who speak out like you, like the way that they've bought out the media, like I had to stop following like ABC News, and I love ABC News, watched it my entire life. I can't watch it now because I'm like, damn, what is this story? Why are they not talking about this important thing right now? because they're not going to, because they're being paid not to. I follow MSNBC, and that's only because they kind of still get it for now.
The only time you get the real news from news people who used to work for these channels is when they get fired and then they start broadcasting live on Instagram or on TikTok.
Shout out to Joy Reid, still doing the motherfucking thing.
Yep.
And fuck Under the Desk News. They was playing in people's faces on that Israel-Palestine shit. They not really for it. Even though they do give out good information, they still be on their bullshit.
And shout out to Johnny the Jackson on YouTube in the comments. She was making a statement, while you still can read, get out there, read those books. She also mentioned from about Alligator Alcatraz. That ain't full.
Oh my God.
That shit is real, people. That shit is real. They literally are building an entire prison facility in the middle of a swamp. And if you try to escape, you're gonna be eaten by alligators and fucking pythons. Go ahead, Rick.
I'm sorry. They built it in 9 days. They took a facility, they took a reform facility and turned it around in 9 days. But we can't feed homeless people.
But we don't have money for Medicaid.
We're giving money to other countries.
Hold on. It's going to cost $450 million to maintain this facility a year. But I had to spend 40% of my salary when I was a teacher feeding children every week. because they couldn't go home and get food. I had to give parts of my wardrobe to children because they were wearing the same outfits, and I got tired of them smelling like piss coming to work. But we can build a facility. Let's call it what it is. Let's call it what it is. It's a fucking internment camp. They built an internment camp in 9 days, but we can't educate or house or feed people in this country. What the fuck ever, man.
All right. Okay. I'm gonna call an audible because I really feel like the people who voted for this, they made a deal with the devil. And when you make a deal with the devil, things can be sweet in the beginning. They can seem like you're on top of the world, like you're a fat, juicy, greasy, rich king, if you will. None other than much like the Red Hood on Ironheart. So we're switching gears. We got to get out of this space. We got to talk about some different. But of course, we're still going to get kind of controversial with this topic because Ironheart, it's very divisive on social media right now because there are people who love it and there are people who hate it, and it looks just like that in my opinion.
There's people who love it, and then there's white people.
Look, there are people who love it, and then there are people who hate
it. Yeah. But I personally, I enjoyed it. I watched episodes 4, 5, and 6. I consumed it immediately. It was like, oh my God, this is great. I think at first, and I'll admit to this much. At first, I didn't think that this would have been a good vehicle for a movie. But after sitting there and consuming the entire thing, this would have made an amazing MCU film. It was enough to. It was some things that could be cut out, but it was concise enough to make a good film. And I dare say it would have been better than fucking the Black Widow movie that didn't put out. It would have been better than the Thunderbolts that we had put out. It would have done better than a lot of different movies that we had put out from the MCU. Yeah, it would have been. I think it would have done better than the Thunderbolts. I truly do, because we would have shown Black people would have shown up in droves and made our presence known in the movie, in the box office with our dollars for this movie for Riri. But let's go around the panel. Everybody telling me how you felt about episodes 4, 5, and 6.
I'm happy for Rick at this point because he finally got Mephisto.
just save it for me. Save it for me.
I thoroughly love every single thing about it. I think the only gripe that I've ever had with this comic, and shout out to Dominique Thorne for even putting it out there. The only parts where Riri doesn't she doesn't take accountability for her fuck ups. Now we know every single thing as far as like, hey, the good things that you put in and everything. I thought the show was very well put together. I even talked to Rick earlier this week as far as Sacha Baron Cohen as Mephisto. Sir, I apologize. I was unaware of how great you are because the only shit that I've ever seen you was in Bull Rat and The Dicks Hater. I apologize.
That's crazy.
He's a tour de force.
No, I'm not debating that. That's the only stuff that I haven't seen, that I've seen. So I apologize, sir. Phenomenal job as Mephisto. It was fucking brilliant. Yeah, I'm interested to see what's gonna happen next. Give me more. That's where I'm at this point.
Yeah.
So, anybody else?
Do you want to go last? Is that what you're doing?
Yeah, let her go last.
He's gonna go last. All right, go ahead, Teffy. Go ahead.
So I did say this on our show Wednesday. I did really like it. I don't think it's not my favorite Disney Plus series. Because Loki and WandaVision still, in my opinion, those are the two best out of those Marvel series of the MCU series. Those are my two favorites. I felt like, and maybe that's because we got a season 2 with Loki, because I was not rocking with season 1 Loki until like the 3rd episode, like halfway through. So I would say maybe if this got a season 2, I would feel differently about it. But that to say, there was so much I did love about it. It came from a point of like cultural authenticity that I felt that I knew was going to upset white folks. But as a person and as a female of color, I did enjoy it. I thought the ending was bullshit. I was like, girl, no, you did not. Don't tell me I did that shit now. I set up in full mother, big sister mode. Like, I'm no, you didn't. No, you didn't. I had a crisis of faith because I forgot Sacha Baron Cohen actually be kind of fine. I was Borat, and then I remember he was also in Sweeney Todd.
He was Borat?
Right. Yes.
Oh my God. I didn't even recognize him.
Yes, but like when you see him in other stuff and he's not playing a character, he's dressed like kind of normally.
Mm-hmm.
And that always throws me. I was like, God. It's always the goofy ones. They get you on the back end for real.
Facts.
So I did like it. I like the story. Anthony Ramos, I felt like the cast was great. None of the characters felt forced. The dialogue also, again, felt really culturally authentic.
Yeah.
The only other critique was it was hard to get into because I felt like I might never see any of these characters I love so much. I felt like I might not see any of them ever again, and it broke my heart. But
yeah,
I was able to I did really, really like it, and I do hope we get more.
I'll go next because looks like the men want to go last, I guess.
Dress like niggas that have the last word talking about women stuff.
Exactly.
I have a reason.
Okay. So I feel like the second half of Ironheart definitely wrapped it up. Like I think the last time we talked about Ironheart, I had said I'd compared like the first 3 episodes to the second movie of Pirates of the Caribbean. Because if you look at the Pirates of the Caribbean series, the first one starts everybody off, it was really strong. And the second one, everybody had mixed feelings about, but it was a transition into World's End, which was fantastic. So I feel like the first 3 episodes really set the stage of who we're talking to, who the protagonist and who the antagonists were, what forces were at play. And then in 4 through 6, we get straight into the conflict, which is fantastic. Like literally in episode 3, I sat up and I was like, wait a second, this is really good, because we go straight from building, I don't know what to call it, the fucking machine, to we go from building machine, Natalie existing, cutting a piece of the Red Hood to figure out what the hell it's made out of, into magic, into multiple fights, into other characters becoming even more, like fully fleshing them out, like Zeke, whatever his name is, Zeke Stain and whatnot, and Red Hood's character, and how we establish the magical exchange. Like everything has a cost. What is the cost? So I hope we get more Ironheart content, because I want to know what the cost of her bringing her friend back was, and how, or if she's going to correct it or make it even messier. I want to know more about that. What are you saying, Teffy?
I introduced it. I said my part.
Boys, they don't take accountability for whole years. Let that girl live.
Oh, no.
We missed.
The reason why I said that is because Dominique Thorne pointed it out. So,
okay.
This ain't no shot from her. I want to see accountability for everybody. So, but that's what I was saying. Well, I wasn't taking no shot. I actually loved her character. So,
she's frustrating for me. But she's frustrating in an intentional way. Like, it's a believable frustration. It's not like, I can't believe they wrote you this way. It's like, God damn it, Riri, smarten up. God damn it.
Yeah. Her character's supposed to be like young, and it's like,
yeah, she's what, 21, 22?
Yeah.
She doesn't.
She's 19. But yeah, I agree. Exactly what you're saying, Lillian. I mean, it's spot on. This is some shit that 19-year-olds do.
Yeah.
Dumb shit.
Like if I was a super genius who could make an Iron Man suit and also dabble in witchcraft, I would do some dumb shit too. It is what it is.
Exactly.
Listen, much dumber shit than you see on the show.
I did want to say this. Cree Summer.
Oh hell yeah. Side note on Cree Summer, she wears the same hat in multiple shows, and it's killing me.
She would have had an Abbott.
Yeah, she does.
So
with her emotional support hat.
I got nothing wrong with that. Listen, hold on. So first off, my first point, we got Mephisto in the MCU.
What?
I said this on the episode of the old show that we were doing, and when the rumor came out about Sacha Baron Cohen being cast as Mephisto, I said this is fucking perfect. And some people were just like, "Oh, that's Borat. That's the crazy form." Nah. This nigga has more range than you'll ever know. It's always the comedic actors who can also both make you cry and terrify the fuck out of you. This was the perfect depiction of a Mephisto. Like this is what I pictured Mephisto being when I read about him all those years ago. When I first got his card in the Marvel series 1992, the top series of him sitting in a chair like that. That's exactly what I pictured. And this is fucking outstanding. Also, like I said about Anthony Ramos last week, Sasha, tone the sexiness down, nigga.
No, keep it up. Keep it up. Please. I need it in my life. Yes.
Listen, I feel like I have a little bit of swagger, a little bit of charisma about myself. If Anthony Ramos and Sacha Baron Cohen are gonna have a class, I'll sign up for it because clearly there's some touch-ups that I need to do. Maybe I need to grow my hair back and get a little man bun and talk with a British.
It's not a bad idea. You know what I mean? Not a bad idea.
I don't know, but like these niggas was killing it on screen. Like they literally had that magnetism coming off the screen. Teffy was talking about like how the cultural implications of the show. Did anybody notice when they were making Riri's new suit what her mom was doing? Her mom was sewing a bonnet into the fucking helmet to take care of her hair. Like, did y'all peep that shit?
I didn't see that.
This show has been outstanding. I was a little disappointed with the ending. That was my only trip up, like with her making that agreement with Mephisto. But that is literally just me
appearing to make the agreement. We don't see it.
Right.
They haven't had that handshake.
that was literally me just being a big black brother. That's all that was. Because like y'all said, she's a young, like late teens, early 20s black girl. And it's just like, no, don't shake that nigga's hand, not him. Anybody but him. Don't eat the pizza.
Especially,
I know it look good. Don't eat that damn pizza though.
Like what kills me is like she should have extra known better because like she just come off like a raw deal with her magic and losing her friend. So making a deal where Mephisto says, "Oh, you won't miss it." No. Details. I need the fine print. I need to know that shit. But
that's why she was like, so whatever I do is just gonna affect me. Like I'm not gonna hurt anybody else by this. Like I think that's why she kind of like quantify like what
that's still shaky ground.
Like, thing would be. We as 30-year-olds know that.
Us who've been through some shaky agreements understand the consequences.
Go ahead.
So the benefit of her taking the what?
He was just telling you, go ahead.
The benefit of her taking this deal for us, the viewers, the observers of this, the watchers, if you will, is that we have the potential to have a crossover event between her and Doctor Strange because a lot of people may not know.
Yes.
I think that that girl is the apprentice of Doctor Strange.
Zelma.
And
really?
She may she may have already met Doctor Strange and already got some of her magical training.
Mm-hmm.
She wants to go to Kamar-Taj, but she hasn't got a chance to go there. Doctor Strange is also still in the New York MCU. So we may see that crossover. Go ahead, Rick.
All right, so Strange Academy is a thing that is happening. That is a show that is coming. That is a show that has been pitched a couple years ago, and they're still pushing that one through. we're talking like Teffy. You said you feel like you're not gonna see any of these characters again. So one of the producers of the show said, if y'all want to see it, we have to make sure that the streaming numbers are reflective of it. So what I propose to this audience and anybody who may come across this video, you want to see more Ironheart? Stream the shit randomly. Put your iPad up, pull up Disney Plus, and just play the shit. You know what I mean? Play it on your phone while you're sleeping. Put your phone on the charger, play the shit. You know what I mean? Like, just keep the shit going. You know, like if we get another season of fucking Hawkeye, we can get another season of Ironheart, which has a way more compelling story. You know what I mean? And as long as it's not Secret Invasion, but just to continue, just continuing on my point about the whole show. Like I've thoroughly enjoyed it. I've enjoyed the diversity of the show. I like where they went with Ezekiel Stane's character because that's who Ezekiel Stane is in the comic books. Like he spent all of this time trying to escape his father's shadow, not to realize that he has his father's psychosis. You know what I'm saying? Like because you got to be a psycho in order to put all of that shit inside your body just to get revenge on a little black girl.
Okay, so that's not psychosis. Appreciate you.
Yeah, that's not what that word means.
Thank you. Thank you.
Right. I get it's a big word for Elmo. But
Go to Michael. Right
go ahead, Teffy. Go ahead.
I think Teffy's trying to be your Natalie.
Oh.
Okay, so
that's fine. Anyway, so what I'm saying, I like the arc of the Ezekiel Stane character. Yeah. I also like that it felt really grounded because even though like he didn't go jump the shark and immediately be a bad guy, for him to say at the end like, nah, we're not, like, I don't know what to do with these feelings, and just know we're not, like, thank you for helping me in this moment, but we are not done. To me, peak writing, because that to me was so real.
Yeah.
And it leaves the story open.
Yeah, it leaves his story open to become a true villain later on, or become more of an anti-hero middle ground somewhere.
Yeah.
That bitch gonna be a villain. It's gonna be all the way villain.
Yeah, we're gonna see it happen.
As long as
that's what it feels like. It feels like we're gonna see it happen. Also, what did that man remind? His face reminded me of Chris O'Donnell from NCIS Los Angeles. That's what he looked like. He looked like a discount Chris O'Donnell from NCIS Los Angeles.
I'm fine with him being a villain as long as they don't have him they don't put him in the place of Electro because of his powers. Like, don't do that. Don't have him show up in Spider-Man, whatever home movie they're gonna do next. Don't do that bullshit.
No, that's not. He's not a Spider-Man villain.
It's the MCU. It's possible. It's very possible.
There's a lot of crossover potential here, but
just say
you're on the edge of the screen, Rick.
I know.
Why?
Why not?
Because he's being mysterious. He's finna offer you a Faustian bargain.
Okay.
Yeah, okay. But yeah, as we get through this, we're gonna skip over that for right now because I don't have a transition for it. Did have a question for the title of the show, because we've definitely had an interesting 2025 so far. We're almost halfway. We're about halfway through. Yeah.
We're halfway.
Yeah. What do you guys think would happen if Captain America was unfrozen from the ice today? Like right now, he woke up and he saw what was going on. What do you think Cap's reaction would be? And we can go around. Well, I'll go first, of course. I haven't had time to think about it. But of course, I'm going to say Cap would be going, he'd become nomad. He would take the stars and stripes off his back. He'd wear all black, and he'd probably cure people's allergy to oxygen in certain places, if you know what I mean. I'm not going to say that, but he would probably do that in order to save the country that he loves. Well, let's go around the horn and see what you guys think.
Well, I have bearded Cap again, so that's a start. We've seen bearded Cap, we've seen that on his very first comic, he beat the shit out of a Nazi. You don't think that he'll do that again? I mean, yeah, I mean, I'm for it. I kind of wish that Captain Rogers would show up right the fuck now. Cap, wherever you are, please show up. We need you. like desperately. We need you now, please.
The last thing we need is a blonde-haired, blue-eyed white man to show up and show that he's superior to other people. In this day and age,
I
that's
need
what we
this
don't
nigga
need.
whooping ass. I need him whooping ass.
I just want
And
somebody who can beat
T'Challa, show up.
ass and not get caught.
Somebody.
That's all I want. That's all I want.
Would you say, Lillian?
I just want somebody who can like beat ass and not get caught. That's all.
So what would Captain America do if he was frozen? If he was unfrozen in 2025? I think we would get what was it? Was it Secret Invasion where, or the secret, the one where Cap said "Hail Hydra"? Essentially, we would get
Secret
the opposite.
Empire.
The Secret Empire one. Except for we would get the opposite version of that. You know what I mean? Because if you talk to most Republicans who are walking around and people who are uninitiated, they think that Captain America would be on their side. They think that Captain America would be MAGA. But in actuality, for those of us who are initiated, who have read and who are familiar with the character, you know that is the absolute last thing that he would do. So from the perspective of a person wearing one of those red caps, you would get that Secret Empire moment, except for he would be saying, he would say something like Black Lives Matter, or he would say something like fuck ICE, you know what I mean? And he would just infiltrate and tear down the whole system from the inside, because that's who he was. And he would be, essentially, he would usurp power and take back the government for the people, because that's who Captain America is.
So,
I feel. Do you want to go, Trey?
I'm sorry, just real quick before I'm gonna let you go, but I'm just looking at the comments on YouTube from Genocide Circus. Shut the fuck up, Genocide Circus. He said, why would he love the country? I didn't say he loved the country that he loves. But if you read, you know what the fuck I meant. Then he also says, we have a new blonde-haired, blue-eyed hero, and he's the future king of Wakanda. And I want to punch him in the dick for saying that. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
I feel like if they unfroze Cap, they'd have to freeze him back.
Yeah.
Because his first words would be like, it's not fascist. Why fascist shaped? And it would just be, it would be a mess. They would have to just be like,
I don't think they'd succeed doing it.
Just like they would put it, it'd be akin to Jesus coming back today, like what Rick said, where white evangelicals would be like, oh, Jesus would be on our side. And I'm like, Jesus would flip every motherfucking table in this joint. Like, what are you talking about? He was whipping priests who was scamming folks. You motherfuckers would be in so much trouble if the actual biblical Jesus showed up here today. Like, it's miracles.
just running things.
If Jesus showed up today, it would literally just be a repeat of what happened at the end of the fucking Gospels. You know, he would be hung or killed or executed by the state, and people would be happy about it, and everybody else would be just like, what the fuck did we just do? Oh my god.
Exactly. So I think that's what would happen. Cap would be, and if he was able to get away, he would be enemy number one. They, like I said, they would have to put that man back under, because it ain't no way they letting him out. And what? And then make Captain America a martyr? Absolutely the fuck not. We're already out here like free Luigi. Sorry.
Right.
Sorry. They putting that man right back in the freezer.
I don't think they'd succeed.
Okay.
Because once he's up and running and mobile, you're not stopping that man.
Yeah. The first thing he did in the MCU was when he woke up. In the comics, when he woke up, he beat the shit out of the Avengers. In the MCU, when he woke up, he just ran through the door and ran out into the New York City streets. The only downside is, as they thaw him out, they're going to take his blood if they figure out who he is, and then we're going to have other super soldiers running around because of it. Now, audible question: do you think that Cap? Do you think so? He's been in the ice for 60 years at this point. We know he's capable of. He's a hairy dude. He grows hair. He can get a beard, so on and so forth. Do you think? Look at Rick's face. Do you think that Cap would manscape for Peggy?
No.
If he asks,
He
he's
said,
a
yeah,
gentleman.
he's a gentleman. All right. All right. So I have to ask this autumn questions as we wrap up the show. We got to throw some craziness in here. I see your face, Rick. I see your face. So we were at a
First of all,
cookout yesterday. We were
discuss
celebrating.
if you ask me to wax and shave my pussy, and you not willing to cut the bush back for a little yam saying, you don't deserve it.
Hey,
You don't.
I'm
Period.
with it. I'm all with it. I'm all with it. So we were at a cookout yesterday, and we were talking about this. And one of the people at the cookout asked me if I would be willing to do so. And I was like, I'm manscaped. I trim it down. But she was like, nah, would you get the full, the whole
The
strip?
Brazilian.
And I was like, I mean, I'm down. I'm willing to get a Brazilian. I've never done it. I'll do it. So,
It's
but
not
then
that
they
bad.
started describing
Girl,
the
Fuck it.
process.
It's not I get one every.
lying.
Fuck it. We're here. We're talking about it. We're already here. We're talking about it. So fuck it. I'm
For
gonna
years.
get involved. I'm gonna get involved. Fuck it. We here. We're talking about it. The only place I'm just gonna put it out there on the internet for everybody. The only place there's hair is here, here, and here. There you go.
Okay. Good shit.
Sure,
good shit.
Rick.
So, as I was telling my story,
Sure.
Listen, these balls are smooth as eggs.
Sure.
so
You are all natural
So
girly.
I'm not taking anything off.
What? You not going? Do you cut? Do you maintain? Do you mow the lawn?
I mow the lawn. Do I remove it by waxing? Absolutely not. There's only so much pain I'm willing to experience in my life, and that is not among them.
It's not that bad. It don't hurt that
You
bad.
say that I've had bikini waxes. I'm well aware of how much it
Oh.
hurts.
You had a
So,
bad one.
ain't
Then,
all-
'cause my girl
No,
was good.
no, you have nerve endings in your pubic region. It hurts. I don't know why you're lying. I really don't know why you're lying. I really don't. It's nerve endings in your pubic region. You can't say like, oh, it doesn't hurt.
No.
Maybe it doesn't hurt you.
My next point. So I also have a really high tolerance for pain. So maybe for me,
Jokes on you, she's into that shit.
it hurts in the moment, but it goes away in like 2-3 seconds. It literally does not hurt that bad.
What
It's
she
not-
said
it's
is it doesn't
nothing.
hurt
So-
that long. That's what she said.
Or that bad, because I've been doing it for years. So like my first wax years ago, I would say
No, they say
did
it gets
hurt
better.
quite a bit at first.
Every
and it
last
does
wax
get
I've
better
had
over time.
hurts the same as the first one. Every
That's
last
crazy
one
to me.
hurts the
So
same
how
as the
many
first
times
one.
You got to get it done in order for it to stop hurting.
That's a wonderful question.
Third one, I was like, no.
Oh,
Okay.
man.
Third one, I
Because
was
see,
like,
the thing that threw me off is that they said that I have to. You got to hold yourself.
Yeah, a
in order
Brazilian
for it
goes
to-
between the
I-
cheeks.
I ain't never. Oh no, I ain't never.
first of all, you lay on your back, you bring your knees to your chest. You bring your knees to chest. That should naturally.
Where do you see
spread.
me? Do you see where, how the hell that's gonna come up that high?
You bring
That ain't gonna happen.
them out here. But you bring your knees up to your
Oh my
yes.
God.
Gotta get it out of there. Gotta get out of there.
I don't to throw you on the floor, but
Nigga, I didn't know your legs go up that high. I ain't need to know that. All right, that's the end of the show, everybody. It's been
I'm
great
flexible.
here
I'm
on
flexible as
Gammablerds. Teffy.
You
Thank
can't end the show by yourself.
Oh no, I didn't need to know that.
Oh, shit.
I didn't need to know that. I didn't need to know that. Teffy, thank you for
let's-
joining
I'm
us
your
here on
Uncle Ben.
Gammablerds. We really
No, Trey, stop. You're closing the conversation as if you're the only person who has any say in this. There's 5 people on this show. You can go if you want to. You can go home.
I'm so uncomfortable right now.
Well,
It backfired on me.
Rick said, "I'm your Huckleberry."
Man, listen, I'm
The
listen.
comments are going.
I am more comfortable with myself than I've ever been in my life. Like I have no problem talking about anything. Like it is what it is. Like It just is what it is. I don't give a fuck anymore. Like, yes, I get my shit taken care of because I prefer. Like, I'm not gonna ask somebody to do something that I'm not willing to do. Like, I'm not a person that is particularly into, you know what I mean, like hair and all that stuff. So it's like I'm gonna maintain my shit. So also, and you got to go through that shit if that's the way that you feel and that's the way that you portray yourself. Then you're gonna have to go through that shit. So it is what it is. Like listen. I'm fucking comfortable. I'm 6'5", 302 pounds. Nigga, I don't give a fuck.
So the whole reason me and her brought this up is because yesterday they said the same thing that Teffy said, and they said you got to hold your knees to your chest. So nigga, you tell me you hold your knees to your chest, you do that shit? Yeah. Oh my God, I've never been in that position my entire life. Like, ain't no damn way. I can't even. My belly, I got a belly. It ain't gonna be.
It's so.
And just pull them back as far as they will go. Your waxologist or cosmetologist, whatever, will tilt you back a little bit. She give you a little spread and rip. It's not that deep. It's not that deep. You don't even have to hold the position all that long.
I want to say if you got a good one, she gonna get you real quick.
Fact. It's on one pass.
All right. To be ninja. All right. I'm getting married next year. I might try this out. I might try this out.
For your honeymoon, just be like, baby, I did a little something.
See, I can't get my wife to do that. I can't let her. I can't. Nah. I can't even look her in the eyes after that. Like, no.
Remember that scene in Forgetting Sarah Marshall? when she came in to break up with him and he had the towel, he's like, I've got surprise for you. You can do that on your wedding night.
Oh my God.
You can get her initials waxed into it. It'd be lit.
Oh man, this is hilarious.
Her initials?
Her initials, yeah. If you do block letters.
Oh shit.
All right, can we end the show now?
God.
Okay. All right. This has been fun. All jokes aside, we do got to wrap things up. Teffy, thank you for joining us here on Gammablerds. We definitely enjoyed your presence here. Let everybody know where they can find you.
Already follow me, but if you don't, please follow me over on my Instagram and my TikTok is at Teffy Wonder. I'm getting back to my movie stuff. I took a little bit of time off to relax, but I'm going to see Jurassic Park, I think, tomorrow. And I will be seeing, what's after that? I'll be seeing Superman probably Thursday. So I got y'all.
All right.
We're going to talk about our movie night.
Oh, yeah, we said we were gonna. Did we say we were gonna do that?
Yeah, we said we're going to go see Superman. Fantastic Four on January 26th. That's
January.
The Saturday after it comes up.
January.
I'm sorry. July 26th at the Watch Chapel Theater in Crofton. If you want to come join us, let us know. Get in the Discord. Send us a message or whatever. We'll give y'all the time when we get closer to it about what time we're going to see it, but that's where we're going to be going. So if you want to come and watch the movie with us and sit next to Herb and steal some of his popcorn or whatever it is he gets, because you're not eating out of my goddamn Galactus head. You're not.
No, nobody's touching my fucking popcorn. You didn't pay for it. Don't
steal their popcorn.
Hey, steal their popcorn. So big, bro. That Galactus head is so, it is laughably large. Like, comically big.
It's huge, and it's also $80. You know.
Oh my God.
But anyway, yeah.
I am sitting your nieces and nephews right next to you, Rick.
Yeah.
See, we be having a good time, like everything, like we all laughing and jokey. And then people gotta do shit like that. Oh, I'm gonna sit the kids next to you. You're not gonna say no to the kids. You think I won't look at them kids and say, get the fuck out my popcorn? Listen, I told a 2-year-old last weekend to go get a job. All right, I'm built for this. I don't care. Like this. Listen, I'm tired of these little moochers out here running around. I gotta go to the bathroom. I'm hungry. Go get a fucking job.
Go to your mommy and daddy.
He says that, but he's actually a
He's
responsible uncle. He's actually a responsible uncle.
Hey, I don't know my goddamn struggle. Anyway, up to it, down to it. Fuck those that don't do it. We do it because we. Oh wait, that's not a thing anymore.
Wow. The crash out has been great. It's been
Y'all are too much. You can find us on our socials if you want to. We'll be back. Are we coming back next weekend? We planning on. Oh wait, we'll be back here next
next
weekend.
week's the 12th. Yeah, next week's the 12th.
So I will see.
Y'all not going to see Superman?
That's Superman. Yeah, we definitely going to go see. I don't know if we're doing a group trip for Superman. We didn't talk about doing that.
Yeah.
Okay.
But Superman is the 11th. That's Friday. What are we doing?
Oh, Cole 45 is in the comments. Thank you for showing up. What's good? What's good? What's good?
Thank you.
What's up, B-Live? All right. We end the show. We've been trying to end the show.
We've been doing a very auntie-ass goodbye. So bye everybody. It's been fun. We'll see y'all next time. Later.